Hi. Hello and welcome. My name is Vlad, and today I would like to share something really special with you. It's my personal memories and invite you to this memory journey. Firstly, have a look at menu while I grab my coffee for our drinks today and put some ice into my glasses. Thank you. As a mixologist today, I mix not only coffee, not only ingredients, but also a coffee. That's why I'm combining two different coffees in ratio 1:1. First one is a coffee from Panama. It's a geisha variety from Finca Deborah. It's Nirvana lot, the Protestar carbonic naturation natural. And I choose this coffee because of fruity flavor profile. And second coffee is a Java variety. The same process from Huila, from Colombia. It's Las Flores farm. This coffee absolutely sweety and remind me of cherry nuts. So by combining these two coffee, I achieve so much complexity and sweetness from stone fruits. So firstly, we're gonna brew our clever dripper for Irish coffee. And I'm gonna use 71 grams and 400 grams of 92 degrees water. And we'll stir it in the beginning with a high agitation. This recipe and this brew highlights the sweetness and provides so much variety and fruity notes to my drink. And I let it sit for a full minute. This method brings so much complexity, sweetness, and gives a solid body for Irish coffee. And now, let's talk about memories. Most memories don't start with the words. They start with something soft and invisible, like flavor or aroma. Imagine you're having fun time in the countryside during your summer holidays. And what could be better than to share the frozen cold cola bottle with your friends? For me, back then and even now, was nothing better. That's why I want to just recreate this drink using my coffee and ingredients. So I use the same coffee. Here is 45 grams of coffee in 150 grams of 92 degrees water. I brewed in my AeroPress with a high agitation in the beginning and let it sit for 2 minutes. This ratio and this brew highlights the sweetness and provides so much floral notes to my drink. And now let's move on to my spirit base. So for that, I'm gonna use 20 ml of vanilla vodka from Absolute to achieve a caramel notes. Then 10 ml of Nikka coffee grey whiskey from Japan to get a hint of malt. Then 20 ml of Japanese lime liqueur Kaboso that highlight the sweetness and acidity, but also bring notes of the cola. And then 20 ml of white miso cordials that create out miso paste using the 10 grams per liter, 100 grams of sugar, and 2 grams of citric acid. I use 20 ml to achieve a white peach notes. And then last but not least, is 2 drops of plum bitter to achieve a bubblegum finish, and 2 drops of 20% saline solutions that create out of kombu. Kombu is a Japanese seaweed that has a lot of umami notes, and I combine it with my salt. So this ingredient not only balance everything, but also lift it up. And now it's time to brew the coffee. So after that, we're supposed to mix our ingredients together. And for that, I'm gonna use the classic stirring technique to dilute my drink to approximately 10%, but also to cool it down to temperature around 10 degrees. And in this particular temperature, I achieve so much florality that reminds me elderflower, orange blossom, white peach sweetness, caramel, and hints of cola. This drink gonna be highball style and cold with a fizzy texture. And to achieve this fizzy texture, I'm gonna use my soda stream technique to get a fizzy texture. This technique helped me to add CO2 as all my coffee was processed approximately between 5 to 6 grams per liter. As you see, this drink could be very easy, pre-matched and ready for service in your mixological bar or coffee shop with coffee and good spirits routine. All you need is just freshly brewed coffee. And now is the fun part, which is the tasting. So I kindly ask you, follow all my instructions. Firstly, make 2 big sips. In your 2 big sips, after that you will feel elderflower, orange blossom, white peach, supported with the caramel nuts and hints of cola. After that, fully eat my garnish, what I prepare for you, and finish with a 3rd sip. So judges, the garnish what I prepare for you today is not only garnish, but also ingredients that I create out of 5 ml cherry juice and 2 grams of calcium lactate that help me to create a sphere of the cherries using this purification technique. So I've frozen overnight and then defrozen. So now, please, have 2 big sips, then fully eat my garnish, and then after you finish with the garnish and have 3rd sip, your flavor completely changes. So you have cherry cola, purple grapes, and bubblegum. Enjoy. So now let's move on to my Irish coffee. So for Irish coffee, my brew ratio was 71 grams of coffee and 400 grams of 92 degrees water, and I brew it for 5 minutes. So Irish coffee, what could be merry about Irish coffee? For me, is my first competition. That's bring me here now to share the stage with you and create a new memories. So my Irish coffee gonna be warm around 40 degrees, and the top gonna be around 15 degrees, consisting of high fat content cream. This brings so much vanilla notes. For my Irish coffee, I use the same coffee and combine it with the 10 ml of glazed Russia whiskey from Switzerland, this brings raisin notes. Then 10 ml of Kavalan port cask whiskey, this brings so much maraschino notes. Then 5 ml of compost boats from a Scottish, this bring hints of vanilla. And to balance the sweetness and acidity, I use a honey syrup that I combine this with a simple syrup in ratio 1:1. That's not only the balance the sweetness and acidity, but also brings the body up. So my Irish coffee gonna be warm around 40 degrees. In the first sip, you're gonna have so much vanilla and maraschino notes. Your second sip gonna be a little bit warmer, and you achieve so much fruity notes. That reminds me, maraschino cherry, purple grapes, hints of vanilla, and raisin. And aftertaste was beautiful, reminds me chocolate ice cream. Here you go, this is my Irish coffee for you. Thank you. It was a big pleasure to be here and share my memories with you, but also create a new one. Thank you so much. Time.
Thank you very much. Vlad from Germany.